Hi, this is Dyer Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch with my producer, Nick.
Hello. How's it going, Erica?
It is going good, Nick. How are you today?
I'm doing great. What are we talking about on this episode, on our inaugural episode of your wonderful podcast?
Well, right now, I am holding in my hand a $3,500 jade egg. I kid you not. What I paid for this jade egg was $3,500.
Okay.
So let me tell you a little about this jade egg.
Okay.
So there is this sexual awareness or vaginal kung fu woman by the name of Kim Anami, who basically... she's a sex therapist, although she's not a licensed therapist. So, of course, she can't charge as a she can't charge as a therapist. Actually, she got in trouble with Instagram for that one. But she will actually do these podcasts and videos and calls and YouTube videos on how to lift items with your vagina. So I happened upon her shit, and I thought, I would really like to lift shit with my vagina.
Was this like a 3 a.m. kind of like Instagram thing where you're like, I need to do this. This needs to happen.
Maybe a little bit. Because, this bitch, Kim Anami, she has posts out there. She's lifting like chandeliers and shit. She's walking across the country. She's lifting watermelons with her vagina. She's lifting God knows what with her vagina. And I thought, I want to lift shit with my vagina too. And it started off real small.
It sounds like she's training for the Olympics.
If there, I kid you not, there actually is a competition for women who can lift shit with their vagina. I kid you not, because Kim Anami is not the woman who can lift the most weight with her vagina. It is actually held by another woman. They can lift more weight with their vagina. But Kim Anami
sure, why not?
made money from it. So I see this shit, right? And I'm like, it's been a while. I want to lift shit with my vagina.
What do you mean by it's been a while?
Oh, honey, it's been a long while since I've had anything in my vagina. So when I signed up for this class, because it's a class, it's like a daily class where we all get on this WebEx, and she talks about lifting shit with her vagina. And
are there like webcams or something, or you're just on like she's just like casting and you're watching it kind of thing?
No, if it was a webcam, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But I paid $3,500, and I got in the mail. I'm holding it in my hand right now. This jade egg. It's a jade egg with a hole that's drilled through it, right? And you got a whole big, like, red string, and you're supposed to cut off this string at different lengths. And you take this string and put it through the hole in this jade egg. But before you put the jade egg in your vagina, you have to get to know your egg. Nick, you can't just, like, shove the shit in your vagina. You got to get to know the egg. So, you're supposed to wash it in, like, purified water. So I washed, and I'm rubbing my egg right now. I still got this fucking egg.
Does your egg have a name? Does your egg have a name? That's another question.
Should I call it Nick?
Don't do that. Jesus. Oh, God.
No, I did not name my egg.
Okay, all right.
See, you didn't know what you were getting into.
I didn't. I walked right into that.
You did. So you're supposed to love your egg and wash your egg in this purified water. And then you basically pray to your egg. So you're supposed to put your egg in like this purified water and give it all of the ugliness, the things that are blocking your vagina from being like an excellent, I am like this vaginal orgasm. And you're supposed to do this with your egg. So I did. I travel for, and I had this really fancy like martini glass, because why the fuck not, right? Mm-hmm. So I had this martini glass, and I'd put my egg in it, and I put my water in it, and I'm like, oh, I love you, egg. And I would rub my egg and be like, oh, yeah, did you have a good day, my egg? And my egg just laid there. And then you have to have therapy with your egg. So
oh, my God.
Then you would tell your egg, like, all your problems. And you couldn't just shove the egg up in your shit and, like, start carrying shit with your vagina. You're supposed to, like, shove the egg up there and, like, welcome your egg. Well,
oh, my God.
Welcome. Let it take your pain. And I'm listening to this bitch, and I'm thinking, I paid this bitch $3,500 so I could carry shit with my vagina, right? But I did it. And I had this egg, and you'd cut the string. And first you start with the egg. You start with the egg, and you put the egg in your vagina, and you love your egg, and you give the egg your pain, and you give the egg all of your problems and your issues. And then you start putting weights. That red string was like a big, like ball of string, and you cut string off, and you start carrying shit. Like one day you might tie a water bottle to the egg, or you might tie something else to the egg. And eventually you're supposed to get to the point to where you
pull a Mack truck with
yes. I'm telling you, this bitch can carry shit with her egg.
Well, I mean, it must be really helpful when she's taking the groceries inside,
Absolutely. Fuck, I wish I had help carrying my groceries in. But you are supposed to be able to take that jade egg and give it all of your problems, and it will give you the tightest, most resilient vagina that is going to carry shit for you.
How long did you do these classes and the webinar and things like that? How long did that go on for?
So I went to the classes. It was like 6 months worth of classes. And at the same time, I signed up. Oh, shit, I dropped my egg. So I signed up for these other classes, too. This other self-help guru. I tell you, I went through a year. This other self-help guru, where you're supposed to love yourself. I paid like $7,000 that year. And I went through 6 months worth of classes to try to learn how to love myself and carry shit with my vagina. To this day, I cannot carry shit with my vagina.
Do you have any other details about the classes? Did she have any like mantra or whatever? Anything she said about?
She did. Like I said, she has all kinds of videos, and the bitch is like, oh my God, she is very open. As a matter of fact, she's a little too open because Instagram kind of blocked her at one point. It is a very open class. You do videos, you do mantras, you do therapy with your egg. And I got so into this egg shit, it didn't stop at just the vaginal kung fu. There was the well-fucked woman that I also enrolled in. There was like the orgasming mother that I also enrolled in. This bitch got so much money from me that year, it wasn't even funny.
Okay, so she had like other things other classes you could take for all kinds of stuff.
Of course. It's never just one class. Come on now. That's how they make their money. I will show you how to carry shit with your vagina. And while that's up there, let's learn how to do this. It's never just the one thing.
That's That's how those things work.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, that one year they I say they took me for like $7,000, but I just this week signed up for another thing with Tanya Lee, which was the other self-help guru that I was doing shit with. She just came out with a new thing about loving yourself, and of course I had to pay my $37 to go ahead and sign up for that.
So you become kind of you like the whole self-help thing, really. You're into that. That's your like hobby in a weird way.
Well, not really, because I'm not doing a lot of help. I mean, I sign up for this shit, but that doesn't mean it helps me a lot.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I have invested a lot of money into these two ladies, and God bless them. You know what? They know how to market.
Did you ever take the egg like on a trip, like through the airport or whatever?
I did.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yes, I did. This fucking egg has been to Virginia Beach, Chicago, and Texas. I would take because you gotta love your egg. You gotta make sure your egg feels your love, because it's like an extension of you. So yes, this egg has traveled with me. And of course, because it's an expensive fucking egg, you got to take it in your carry-on and not put it in your checked luggage.
Well, I mean, okay, so did you ever whenever you went through TSA, did they ever give you crap for it? Like, oh, what's this? And they had to like say it was, something else?
Actually, they didn't. Surprisingly, but I bet TSA has a lot of shit come through. So they never called out my egg. But it is in fact a jade egg. It's yeah, it's actually, I could probably bean somebody in the head with this sucker right now. That's probably what it's good for now, because I sure shit can't lift anything with my vagina right now.
Oh God, have you ever revisited those classes or like tried to get into it again?
Great question, because when you pay for your classes for both Kim Anami and Tanya Lee, you get lifetime access to their classes, their recordings, and things like that. So I have gone back. I still have my egg. I still have my red string. And I still have the videos that are going to help me lift with my vagina. So one of these days, I will do my vaginal kung fu. I kid you not. I will do it. Maybe not today, but I will do my vaginal kung fu.
How far did you get in the classes? I mean, we talked about loving the egg and things like that. Did you? I mean, like, did you ever use it? I guess
we're gonna get a little graphic here,
but get as graphic as you need to.
It did get to the point you're supposed to take your egg and you're supposed to rub your egg against your lips, your vaginal lips, and slowly insert your egg and let it love you and let it get to know you. And that's about as far as I got, because I'm like, this egg ain't doing shit for me. Okay, so I'm going to lose this fucking egg up in my twat. So I'm like about done right here. So that was about when I lost my interest in my egg. My egg did not stimulate me. it was not taking my pain, I guess. I don't know.
After you gave it all that love and talked to it and nurtured it.
Yes. You would. I did. I nurtured. I kid you not. I had that martini glass, and I didn't put tap water in that martini glass. I would get like special bottled water because the instructions said don't use tap water. Use like filtered water. So I would go to the store and get some like Fiji or shit like that. And this egg sat in like some expensive fucking water. And it still did me wrong. This egg still did not do anything for my vagina. Oh, but, you know, I still have my egg. I have it in a box by my bed. And I hope when I die...
just in case, like, you get up one morning and you have a good cup of coffee. You're like, today's the day. I'm going to do it.
I do. Once in a while, I'll open this box and I'll be like, that egg is still fucking there. I should do something with that. That fucking bitch cost me $3,500. I should shove that shit up my twat. And then I think, what if I die? I have kids, man. They're going to find this egg and be like, oh, look, Mom had a jade egg. Let's put it up on the mantle. That's so pretty. We'll take a look at that.
Well, hopefully there's no like piece of paper in the box or anything that says exactly what it is. Or
No, there's not. There's just the jade egg surrounded by, of course, soft silk. Because this egg is special. I can't just put this egg on like a towel, a washcloth. It's surrounded by silk. And then it has the silk strings. Actually, I might actually pull this shit out tonight, man. You got me all excited about my egg again. It came in like, let me pull this shit out. It also came... Shit, there goes a battery. It also came in like this beautiful bag. Yeah, like the silk bag it came in. Yeah, I'll have to pull that egg out. Get to know it again.
So you're like you I guess you'd say you're like a white belt in the vagina egg, you know, like belt rankings.
I am not a black belt. I am not a black belt. That's for damn sure. This bitch has all of these different, you know, she even, I kid you not, she has once a year in Bali, she'll take a group of people who want to explore their sexuality. Now, I looked into that shit, okay? So you have yoga, of course. You have your sexual awakening classes, of course. And then you have like your one-on-one therapy. But if you're there for a single session, who the hell are you having therapy with? This bitch costs like $10,000 because I looked it up because I thought, well, I'll go. You know, it's been a while. I'll go and I'll spend my money to go to Bali and get laid. But it was like $10,000. This bitch is making a killing. Vaginal kung fu. I'm telling you.
Okay, so on top of the $3,500 for the egg, it's another $10,000 to go to Bali and like basically be part of this jade egg sex cult.
Yes,
that's what's happening.
Yes, it's a real thing. Oh my God, yes. It was like, and it said in the disclaimer because I read the fine print. It said, "Do not join." If you have, and of course it said all this garbage, inhibitions and things like that. But yeah, so I could pay $10,000 to go to Bali and get laid. I think I'm going to pass. I don't think I'm quite at that point yet, but you never know. Next year. It's right around the corner.
Well, I'm sure they go during the summertime or the spring when it's nice in Bali. I don't know. I've never been to Bali. I can't say what the weather's like there.
Oh, I can't either. But yeah, so I did try to get to know my vagina, and I think that is the biggest thing that a woman. We don't know our vaginas. We don't know how much our vaginas are part of us. And this woman had this program where we could love our vagina and get to know our vagina and love our vagina. And I thought it was a great program, and I'm still kind of torn about the price tag. Sometimes I feel like I was ripped off because I'm not carrying chandeliers with my vagina. But then again, I know my vagina's there, so did I really lose? I still have my egg, so did I really lose out on my vagina? I don't know. It's a guessing game.
Yeah, I guess you had to go through all the courses and be part of the daily webinars and stuff like that to really
Yeah, it was like 10 weeks.
Start pulling things.
It was like 10 fucking weeks of your vagina.
Now, were these every day or every other day? Were these like five days a week?
They were every day. She had a recorded video. This woman, I tell you, she's like my goddess. She talked some shit now. Not only how she would go out there and like have group sex or sex in front of other people, different ways that she could love her vagina. Surprisingly, she doesn't shave her vagina. And she always wears underwear because that keeps in the essence of your vagina. So don't go without underwear, ladies. So she really surprised me with that stuff. But yeah, it was like a daily call, like a live call that we could call in.
It was live every day.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
It was
that's
live
impressive.
every day. It was live every day. Ladies talking about their vaginas and how it controls our life. And okay, so one thing I did get from this woman, which I do use to this day. So when she had an important meeting coming up, because she's a businesswoman. She may lift shit with her vagina, but she's still a businesswoman. That's her business. And she would go into the bathroom prior to her meeting, and she would try to rub one off just into the point of orgasming. But not quite. Because then you have that tension, and then you go into your meeting, and you're really pent up, and you do awesome in your meeting. So I learned that one. I did.
So you edge yourself and then you go into a meeting. Okay.
I mean, hell yeah. It's hard to be a woman in 2022. If I got to rub some shit before I go into a meeting, I'll be in the bathroom for a few minutes. Don't mind me, because I'm going to kick ass at this fucking meeting. That's for damn sure. So that is one thing.
So then the question is, did you ever do that before a meeting?
Maybe.
Of
course, Nick. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be rubbing my shit before every meeting. I might. Ain't nothing wrong. You're right. You always have to go to the bathroom before a meeting. Just give a little rub. See, it's a little different for a man because you guys get a hard on and you can see that shit. For a woman, rub. Just get that shit a tingling. You go into that meeting, you're like, yeah, I'm energized. I'm going to kick ass on this meeting. Oh, hell yeah. I'm fucking good, man.
Now, when you do rub one out and you do go to a meeting, is it like, do you do better in the meeting? Is your performance better? Are you able to navigate stuff and negotiate better because of that?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I kick ass at my
Awesome.
job. I am good at what I do. And yeah, I can thank this woman for that. Rub that shit off before your next meeting. And that's another thing. Rub that shit before you go on a date, too, because you never want to go on a date when you're horny. That's another thing I learned.
It's good to know. We're giving good advice in this podcast. Good advice.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Oh. Oh, that egg. Oh, man. I had no idea it was going to get into that. That's funny.
Welcome to my world.
Any other anecdotes that you learned or gleaned from Egg Lady?
No, she is like my sexual goddess. I am not going to kid you. You know, like I said, the 1 year alone, I paid about $7,000. One chick was how to love yourself. The other chick was how to love your vagina. I go with the vagina bitch every time. Love your vagina. The rest is fine.
Do you go back and watch her videos sometimes just to get a little motivated?
I do, because she does a lot of free videos too.
Gotcha. Do you ever wake up some mornings and do the morning videos just to see what she's up to, see what's going on?
Oh yeah, she has like this whole yoga mantra. You do this, and you awaken yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I need to fucking awaken some shit today. I'll go ahead and do that pose. Rub that shit.
Oh God, I had no idea what I was getting into with this episode.
How could you not know, Nick? I'm disappointed.
Well, I didn't know where it was going, and because we discussed the name of the episode beforehand, I was like, all right, we'll see how this goes. I was like, oh, this is interesting as hell. I love it. It's wonderful content.
It really is. Now I think I'm gonna go enjoy my egg in a little bit here. Because I still need to lift shit with my vagina. Next time.
Well, we can do like what is it? A semi-monthly check just to make sure it's like, where are you at? Have you?
What can Erica lift with her vagina now?
Yeah, can you lift your phone, a water bottle? Like what's going on? What level are you at right now?
Hell, you know what? I'd do it. I'm sure, for it.
And I'm sure that there's some guy would find that really hot, and you could make yourself an OnlyFans account real quick.
I probably could. I could go out there and lift like pillowcases and like, I don't know. I'm looking around my room. Like you said, water bottles, a computer. We'll see what I can lift. Right now, my vagina would probably just suck that egg right up. We ain't letting that go.
Oh well, yeah. Keep us. I mean, if you do get back into the exercise routine, yeah, definitely let us know about that. If you continue the training, I guess.
Well, now
from Mrs. Miyagi over there.
I told you, I kid you not. This shit is in a box by my bed, and I took it out during this podcast. Now I'm like all wondering about my egg again. So we'll definitely have another episode about this egg.
Yeah, go dip it in some Evian or something.
Absolutely.
Is that all we got for the vagina kung fu story?
I think it is. I think that is enough for today.
All right. That was beyond interesting. But yeah, just let everybody know. This podcast will be everywhere podcasts can be. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, things like that. We do have social media. We do have Twitter, at Erica Dyer Podcast. Also the same username for Instagram. If we are going to do a segment where people can email us questions, sex questions or stories or whatever, and we can read them on air as long as you want us to. The email address will be in the description, but it's also ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com. So if anybody has any questions or anything for Erica, send it in. We'll read it on air. We'll make it a whole segment. Should be fun.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Any closing remarks?
My only closing remarks is there is no bad questions except a question unasked. Give me your questions. We will go over it. And we'll see you next time.